Hey guys, so I wanted to come to you today and talk a little bit about journaling and kind of my experience with journaling and maybe some tips and ideas for you guys if you are interested in starting journaling. So let's go ahead and get started. So just a little background on my history with journaling. I was always the girl who would buy all the really pretty diaries, the ones with the cutesy little locks and stuff when I was in middle school and high school. And I would faithfully journal for about a week and then stop until I bought a new one, and then I would start over again. And I eventually gave up because I really didn't feel like it was worthwhile to keep buying all of these notebooks and never doing anything much with them. But recently I have started journaling a lot, and I found it to be very, very helpful. To me, I found that journaling is kind of like having a conversation with yourself, and it's a great way to kind of just get some of the stuff out of your head and onto paper, maybe make some connections that you didn't consciously make, and just to kind of figure out and document different patterns and things in your life, maybe some reoccurring themes or things you need to work on, or maybe just to document your progress. So let me show you some of the different places that I journal. The first place I journal is in my bullet journal, and I love the bullet journal system because it's super flexible, and that means that I can have space in here for my journaling. I actually started journaling in my bullet journal because of Kara of Bohoberry. She has a blog and a YouTube channel and an Instagram, and she does loads of bullet journal stuff. So I'll go ahead and leave her linked down in the description so you guys can check out her channel. And recently she has started doing monthly challenges, these little prompts for you to journal. And so I started doing her prompts, and that was really great. So in each of the prompts, there's a theme for each month, and then there is a little prompt or question or something to journal about each day. They're very open-ended. She does on her website go ahead and kind of describe a little bit more about her intention for each day's prompt, but they're totally open-ended and free to your own personal interpretation. It's been really great for me to do that, just to have a little thing to journal every day. As you can see, I don't do a ton of journaling. I just do a little bit. Sometimes I doodle, sometimes I don't. Sometimes I just do fun, funky colors. Sometimes I just write. But that's been really fun. This is my church journal that I have been using for a while, and I really enjoy taking notes if I'm doing sermons or taking a class or a Bible study. For me, writing down notes really helps me to remember them, even if I never go back and look at them again. So I just have a super cheap journal from Barnes & Noble. It's actually a refill for some of their fancy covers, but I think they're about $5, and so I love that because I don't feel bad about throwing it away afterwards. So even just having a plain old blank notebook to take notes about things, you could also use one to make notes if you see quotes or inspiring things, or maybe some notes from an article you read. Again, for me, just writing it down helps me remember even if I don't go back and look at it. The last place I journal is actually in a journaling Bible. So this is a journaling Bible, and they have a 2-inch margin on the edge where you can take extra notes or journal. And what I like to do is I art journal. So I have, pretty colors and paints and washi tape and stamps, so I can get that creative side out and do a little bit more creative type journaling, sort of like what I would do in my bullet journal, but this is all in response to my spiritual walk. I think it's a really great thing for anybody who, considers themselves to be a spiritual person to have a journal to, document your spiritual walk. You don't have to be a creative one, but just something to write down. This has been really great for me to go back, and I can really see, reoccurring things and things that God is trying to speak to me. And again, doing the art with the journaling really helps me to remember these things and really kind of get them in my brain. I'm not one for memorizing. I was never, even in school or trying to remember scripture verses in Sunday school, I was horrible at memorizing. But when I do the Bible journaling, it really helps me to remember and just see patterns and different things that God has been speaking to me. And I also love this because it's not chronological. I don't start in Genesis and work my way to Revelation. I'm throughout the book all year, and so it's a great way for when I am flipping through to do a new page to see something that I learned earlier this year, and then I won't have forgotten it. That's about all I have to say for journaling. If you guys are new here, you can go ahead and click that subscribe button to be notified whenever I post a new video. But I really am curious to know about you guys. Do you guys journal? Do you keep a diary? Do you follow any kind of fun journaling prompts? Do you do a spiritual journal? Let me know down in the comment section below, because I would love to know what you guys like to do.